Hola, ¿qué tal mi gente? My name is Brian Ortega. Today I'm going to show you how to take a photo from this to this in just a couple of minutes using Lightroom. Bueno, señores, welcome back. If it's your first time in this channel, my name is Brian Ortega. I am a photographer and a videographer based in New York. And in this channel, I'm gonna be sharing everything photo, video, tutorials, Photoshop, Lightroom, Premiere, Final Cut Pro. So stay tuned for more. Today, I'm gonna show you my whole editing process in Lightroom. I'm gonna take you from the first step to the last one, everything. I'm not gonna hide anything. I'm gonna show you everything I know and everything I do to my photos. So let's jump to the computer real quick and let's get into it. All right, guys, so this is the photo that I'm gonna edit today. This photo, I took it from my car on my way to Canada. And I took it as an example for today because it's a photo that has no preparation prior taking it. Meaning that any one of you can use it. Anyone can use a photo like this. Any one of you can take a photo from your car. I've done it a million times, and you too, I imagine. So in any of those photos that you have taken, you can use everything that I'm showing you here. I'm gonna show you exactly everything I do with my photos. I never edit from the basic tab. I always go first to my lens correction. And I check the enable profile correction. What this does is that Lightroom has the metadata of that photo and it has the information of your lens. It utilizes the information of your lens, and if your lens has some distortion, then Lightroom tries to fix it. If it has some crazy vignetting, then Lightroom also tries to fix it. And you can't even see the difference here. If you click it and unclick it, that's it. You can see the difference and what Lightroom does. Most of the time, it adds some exposure. It fixes kind of the exposure of it. It makes it brighter. So that's exactly why I do it first. Then from there, I go to the basic tab and I fix exposure. So for example, in this case, I see that the snow in the mountain is a little bit too bright, so I want to like lower the highlights. There you go, until it looks a little bit natural, you know, like the way I would see it right there in person. So okay, next thing that I would do is I always check on everything. I check everything. I check the white balance. I check tint and how it will look. You see, I kind of like it when it's turn into green. Highlights a little bit more. Shadows. I am noticing that these parts right here are dark. You still can tell what's there, but I wish it could be a little bit lighter. So let's just turn it up a little bit. There you go. Just enough so you understand that it's in shade, but also that you could see all the details. So now you understand that there are some trees in the back, and you can see everything there. Whites and blacks, I always, again, there's no trick. There's no specific trick to editing. You have to check everything. So there you go, a little bit up the blacks. Texture, I think it's calling me for texture. This photo is obviously calling me for texture. There you go. Now, for this one, I want to add a teal and orange effect. So in order for me to do the teal and orange effect, I go down to calibration. I go to hue, take it to around 50%. See, I can change it to 50. All right. And then down here in blue primary, I make it all the way there to 50%, so negative 50%. Okay, so as you can see, the colors have shifted a little bit. The oranges are more orange and the blue, they turn to a more teal look. Now, I obviously wouldn't leave it just like this. You still can see the change. And if you like it like that, obviously you can stay with that type of edit, but I want to push a little bit more. So, all right, so we have this. I understand that the blue is too teal and I want to tone it down a little bit. So I'm gonna go to my color tab and then move it. There you go, just a little bit, like not so much it looks like purple, but it has to stay in teal, but just a touch. And maybe desaturate a little bit more. There you go. Now let's see what to do Let me see, I think I have to lower. Yeah, there, that's good. There you go. Let me see what to do with this orange. Maybe I can make it. So you see the oranges, I'm making a little bit towards the reds. Not so much that it looks red because obviously that's not natural, but I just want to make it look natural, but still have this feeling of the photo being worked. So let me see, I think this is too much. Let me see, there you go. There you go, this is cool. Cool, all right. Vamos a tratar un poco de luminance here. Vamos a bajarla aquí. Negativo 22. Perfecto. Ahora lo que podemos hacer es, no hay verde, no hay amarillo, vamos a tumbar el amarillo. Eso es. Sí, vamos a tumbar un poquito ahí. Exactamente. Ok. Lo que yo no he tocado es el contrast, which I really love because the contrast always adds depth to the photo. So you see this? Ooh, it's already looking amazing. I'm already liking this photo like this. So let me see. You see, we're taking it from this to this. It's already a lot, guys. Now, I want to emphasize a lot more in the mountain and in the sky. So I want to darken more this area right here, but I'm not going to do it with the shadows because the shadows also brings down the details of the trees, which I think right now they're a little bit too. There you go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a panel, you know, this panels. I'm gonna reset right here. I'm gonna reset everything. And then I'm gonna take it down a little bit. I'm gonna take the exposure down a little bit. Let me see how this looks. Maybe this is fine. Maybe not, maybe just a little bit less, and then just go like this. There you go. So I don't want the brush to touch the trees. So I'm just gonna make it like this. So when you see the photo, you automatically look at the mountain and the sky. Obviously, being the mountain the subject, I just want the subject to be the center of this photo. All right, so let me see the behind. Before and after, before and after, before, after, antes y después. Okay, yo creo que todavía the oranges are a little bit too much. So maybe if we just turn it down a little bit. There you go. Okay, I'm liking it more. So then now let's go to detail here. In detail, I'm gonna add some sharpening. I always like some sharpening and a little bit of noise reduction, just in case the sharpening affects the quality of the photo. And that'll be it. I'm loving this photo the way it is. You see, really quick, and you get really fast results, and just with a couple of slides. Let's go again through the process. I first went to lens correction and I checked enable profile correction. Also remove chromatic aberration depending on the shot that you have. Usually chromatic aberration comes from photos that are backlit, and if your lens is not really a high quality lens, but either way I check it just in case. I first enable profile corrections, then I go up to basic. I check my temperature, my white balance, my tint. I check for my exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows, whites, blacks, everything. Texture, I always, it's part of my branding, I always touch up the texture because I just think it adds character to the photo and to the image and the subject that is in this image. You know what I didn't try? I didn't try the backgrounds. No, it's fine, yeah. Ooh, yes, that's nice. All right, so after basic, we went to calibration and we changed from a regular color space to a teal and orange. Teal and orange, again, you go to red primary and then you take it up to 50, and then you go to blue primary and you take it down to -50. Then after this, colors are gonna be really different. The blues are gonna be too cyan and the oranges are gonna be really orange. You can stay with that, some people like that. I just wanna push it a little bit forward. Then go up, detail, a little bit of sharpening. And that's pretty much it. If you want to change the color from the teal and orange, then this is it. You go to the reds, you go to the oranges. Basically, turn orange only affects teals and oranges, or blues and oranges. So I go to oranges, I move a little bit, saturation, luminance, I check everything. And blues, most of the time I desaturate the blues, because if I go all the way up, it looks like not natural. Like I'd rather just take it down like this, you know? And it looks natural, it looks more professional. And that will be it, guys. And that will be it. That's my whole process. Obviously, this process is just attached to that photo. Every photo has a different process. Not in every photo I use teal and orange. Not in every photo I punch up texture. But for a photo like this is my process, which is a landscape, natural, nature photo. Mi gente, if you like this video, like, comment, and even subscribe. That will help a lot. Share with a friend that you think is gonna get some value from this video, and see you in the next time. Adios, adios.